Hey guys, it's Corbin Hosler again with Brainstorm Brewery. I'm here with Rashad Miller, who is responsible for many of the things you see in coverage these days. So Rashad, tell us, let's first, how's Gen Con been?
Well, I come to Gen Con I would say this is like my 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th in a row. And it's always getting bigger and better. I think this is like the biggest Gen Con this year. I was here like Thursday.
Yeah.
Usually Thursday was dead, and it felt like Saturday.
It felt good, yeah. And the line today was like an hour just for tickets.
Well,
so.
I've seen those lines, and,
Yeah.
and I try to just walk by them and ignore them because lines depress me. I try not to stand in them myself, and I just feel bad for everyone who's standing
Right.
in them.
So I guess tell us what you've been up to this weekend, because I know it hasn't been all games for you.
Well, I mean, it's probably been this much games, like playing of games, but well, I mean, if you can look over here now, you probably got some footage of what
Yeah.
it used to look like, but now
Yeah.
it's all over. But I've been involved with the Pro Tour coverage,
Right.
Doing some commentary, doing a lot of floor reporting, and I guess that's it. I guess that's been my whole weekend. I got to play in the celebrity.
Yeah, did anyone knock you off? You get free
Yes.
packs for beating celebrities?
Well, yes and no. Well, we just gave them the packs either way.
Oh, okay.
But they're like super duper special envelopes that if you actually beat a celebrity. And I ended up only playing two rounds. I beat my opponent the first round. And then I beat my opponent the second round. But since I was going to leave,
Since you were done, right.
Oh, you know what? I'll give you the prize.
Yeah.
And he ended up winning a box of M13.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what I
So
said.
that was pretty kind of you.
Yeah, I mean, what am I going to do with a box of M13
Yeah.
or those 3 packs? I think I have a box of M13 right there
Right,
that I
right.
keep forgetting about. I need to do something with it.
So, talking about coverage, and you've been doing a lot of it, and you've done a lot of it in the past. Where was coverage at a couple years ago when you started getting into it? And, how did it get to the point where it's at now?
Well, coverage wasn't where I felt it should be. I actually come from a big gaming background. I did professional video games. I played video games as professionally as you could from like 16
Right.
to like 22, 23.
Right.
And so I stayed involved in that community. And those tournaments that happen for video games, they got all the live streams for the whole tournament all day long. And the Pro Tour, they had their live coverage for just the top 8.
Right.
But you know what? Grand Prix, they were a big deal. And I felt that if there could be a stream for video games, there could be a stream for the top 8 at least of Pro Tour.
Right.
Why can't we just deliver a stream for a GP? And of course, I didn't start at GPs. I did the top 8 of a PTQ, and then I did
Start small.
Yeah,
Start
I did like some Star City stuff, and then I went, you know what? Let's just try a GP, and everyone loved it. And so I never looked back, just GPs.
Right. And once it caught on and you really started that boom, it's grown very rapidly from Star City upping their coverage to the Pro Tour getting the whole expanded coverage for the entire thing. What's that growth been for you, seeing where it was and, really kind of bringing it to Magic?
Well, I think the fact that I was doing that actually it was like the domino effect, maybe even in Wizards, because they knew that there was going to be a lot more GPs because they decided to, just push the gas on the amount of GPs. And I think they realized that the way that my business model at that time, which was find some stores to sponsor me and try to raise enough to get 3 people to go,
right,
and pay for travel,
as much
hotels,
as you can,
as much as you can, just so we could see this GP. I wasn't going to be able to do that for 20, 25 GPs, this year.
Right.
So they went, you know what? We're just going to send you there. We're going to pay for your travel. We're going to pay for your hotel. We're gonna give you talent.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about begging my friends, hey, can
you want to talk for 12 hours?
Yeah, you want to talk for 12 hours straight? I'll buy you dinner, and I got a bed you can share with somebody else. I mean, it's a sweet deal, right? But Wizards of the Coast, they actually made it really easy for everyone to see it, and they knew people wanted to see it. And I showed them the numbers, and they're like, "This is awesome." And it just, it made more people know about Magic. It made more people even watch the Pro Tour coverage.
Right.
And now that all this stuff is on Twitch TV, you got people who played, they've played Magic in high school. They've gone on to other games, StarCraft, or StarCraft, or Legends of the whatever. I don't actually know.
L5R.
Yeah, L5R.
These
Even
things, yeah.
even some of the Street Fighter players. And then you're browsing through Twitch and you see that there's 10,000 people watching Magic. Like, what's going on there? I used to play that game.
Yeah.
I remember. I had a Black Lotus.
Yeah.
I traded it for a Deadly Insects. You know.
And was very happy about it at the time.
Yeah, hey, you can't kill somebody with a Black Lotus.
That's true. It just makes mana. And, yeah.
Deadly Insects, that's 6 power.
That's true.
You can't Dark
That's
Banish.
true.
You can't Terror that guy at all.
So now coverage, it was there. Now we've got great coverage all across Magic. And you're just kind of sitting back and watching it spread and happen.
Well, I don't know if I'm sitting back. I'm still kind of in the thick of things, watching it spread out. You know, everybody's got their own stream. I even see like smaller like tournament organizers, stores who have like Grand Prix trials. You know, just go to Twitch every now and then, type in Magic the Gathering on the side, and just see what's going on. Their streams you probably wouldn't even know.
I've seen F&M stream before.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's gone to every level.
And streaming has become accessible to just about anyone. You could just get a camera or a laptop.
It's not hard.
And there's software out there. People know that people want to stream, and the software is out there for you, and you could just plug, push a few buttons, and you got yourself some Magic online.
That's right. So, talk about how great, how good it's been for the game and help the game's growth, especially now with the expanded coverage of the Pro Tour, so that people across the world can watch the entire thing.
Well, I think the coverage was playing catch up.
Yeah.
Because the world today, people are ingesting information so fast through the internet in ways other than just reading articles. Like, people don't go on the internet to read the newspaper.
Right.
They go on the internet because they're going to get the information fast, either in video form or like microblogging form, things like that. And now that Twitter is a big part of coverage, and they're using Cover It Live, they're using chats, and you got the video stream. It's what the people want. It's the way people are actually taking in information. And now that the technology has caught up, it's easier to just give that to everyone the way that everyone's expecting it.
All right. So, what do you see as the future of coverage for the Pro Tour? How can it grow? How can we reach more people?
I think it's at a good spot right now. I think really the growth is going to be in just how much more information we can easily give you guys.
Right.
Like we have scrolling standings, and we have like the cameras on the players' faces so you can see expressions. But like maybe one day, which right now the technology really isn't there.
Right.
But maybe one day we can have a camera on their hands and you can see what they actually have in their hands. Right now, that is not really possible.
Guessing's half the fun, right?
Yeah, but that's like the number one. That's the number one wish list. Like,
absolutely.
Hey, why don't you get little micro cams and tape them to the players'
pocket
chest?
Cams, right?
Yeah. Pocket cams. Make them do the pocket cam thing, and that's not going to work at all.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Rashad, thank you very much for being on here with us. Thank you for all you've done and all you do for Magic coverage. And guys, thank you for listening.